Howdy, people. How you doing? Shasta here again. I'm back in Florida, and let me see. Since I've done some other videos, as you guys might know, if you're following my page, I've done. Oh, by the way, thank you for following my page. I don't really find myself that interesting, but it makes me feel better to know that some people do. Uh, so you guys know that I got insurance. I came across some money. Um, One thing I didn't include into that video was the fact that I bought some property, and not like fucking. It's property, and I'm stoked about it. I got National Wildlife Refuge on this side, so it's like state land, never going to be developed. I got a canal, and then a little road around into my place, and I'm way out by Palm Bay, but I'm kind of out in the sticks. I'm on Sage Drive or Sage Road. I guess I'll have to figure that one out when I. Anyway, I've been doing some chainsaw work today and weed whacking work, trying to clear out an area. Not really trying, but clearing out an area so I can pull my truck in off the backside over here, because I'm just kind of parked on the side of the canal behind the property. I haven't been able to get in here until today. It's really dense. Been whacking and chainsawing and using the weed loppers and all kinds of shit. But I've got a path cleared out that I could see through, and I'm almost to the front, almost to the road now. So I'll be able to pull my truck in here before the end of the day, I'm sure. But I'm watching Blood In, Blood Out. And when Miklo goes to San Quentin, it brought back a memory of mine, of myself being in San Quentin. Back in the 2000s. V56270 is my CDC number. I got arrested in Siskiyou County and ended up going to High Desert State Prison first. That was a hoot. I'll tell you what, that's where I did my reception. We were on lockdown. It was wintertime. It was fucking cold. Mice in the cell. And it was the first time that I'd ever been in that kind of environment. I've been to jail before, but prison's quite a bit different than jail was. I'll tell you right away. So when I went in, I'm half native, half Russian. So I didn't really know what to do. Luckily, one of my friends, ironically, he's black. His name is Anthony. Thank you again, Anthony. If you ever come across this, I appreciate your wisdom. He put it straight to me, and I can kind of concur what I saw there. So he said, Shasta, your best bet, man, since you're half native, you're going to have to prove yourself. You're going to have to fucking sweat. You're going to have to do a bunch of stuff like, not like butt stuff or assaulting people or anything like that, but you're going to have to prove yourself that you're, native and whatnot. And I said, well, that's not a big deal. I've got cousins in San Quentin, or cousins in the system, and, they'll take me under, and you can, look and tell that I got a little bit in me. Anyway, so he said the white boys are like the worst of the worst. I said, really? He's like, the white people in prison, from what I seen, and this is from a third-person perspective, he said, was that they always prey on anybody that they think is weak. And pretty much prey on anybody that they can. They said, see a wood like you walk in, not that I'm some skinny fucking, I am skinny, but I got a little beef to me, and I can handle myself. See a wood walk in like me, they're going to want to immediately try to get me into the gangs and yada yada, and if I don't, then I've got fucking problems on my hands. If I go in there and I carry myself the right way, I'll probably be okay, but it's something to beware of. And he's like, well, with the natives, you guys just stick to yourselves. You guys get tobacco. You guys get to do these awesome food thingies. Like, as a native, man, you got a lot more leeway, with privileges and shit than most people do. And you're half native, so go ahead and fucking claim native. Roll with the natives. And I did. First prison I went to was Avenal State Prison down in Avenal, California. And that was built on an old dump. Literally an old dump. I got an infection in my leg. I slid in the second, and I got a superficial scrape. And a week later, dude, I was literally in the fucking infirmary on antibiotics because it had gotten so infected because of the ground. It was toxic there. It's a chicken farm across the way, and it always smelled like heinous chicken shit. And I was on a level 2 yard. I wasn't on a PC yard because I never did have to PC up. You know, I wasn't scared. I was level 1 yard, level 2 anyway. It's not like the only people that really get butt fucked and have to suck dick in level 1 and 2 yard are people that want to get butt fucked and suck dick. You know, it's a choice. And there was a gay car. In all the prisons I was at, actually, there was a gay car. I mean, being California, that's not surprising. And they finally banded together and, like, didn't fuck with some of those guys, man. Like, I saw some dudes that were in the gay car, you know, take off their shirt and shit. They were ex-Nazis, some of them. You know, they had swastikas and fucking Hitler and shit tattooed on them. But even the old fucking Aryans that were in the yard, they didn't fuck with those gay dudes, man. Like, I don't know, bro. They were cool to me. I got them. They didn't hit on me. They didn't try to fucking get me into their car or nothing like that, dude. They were just cool. My next door neighbor was a gay dude, and he was like, it was really awesome because he was clean. You know, he smelled good. You know, like, I know it sounds funny, smelling good, but when you're in prison and you got man ass, man ass, man ass, man ass, man ass, man ass, it's nice when one of those asses happens to smell pleasant. Because if you've ever been locked up or been to prison or been to basic training, same thing. Fucking, all you hear is farting and snoring all night, and it stinks, and you got foot smell, and ugh. Anyway, so my experience in Avenal State Prison, I was on, 2 yard? Pretty sure I was 2 yard, I think. It's been a while. But it was, there was definitely dudes on medication there on one housing block. And it was rather intense. Like, I don't think I saw as many dumb people, like seriously stupid human beings as I ever did when I went to fucking Avenal and San Quentin and prison in general, you know. This one guy who called himself Soldier. Like, if he wasn't all spun out and wasn't all twacked out and didn't do a bunch of fucking dope all the time, dude, the guy might have fucking been kind of scary with tattoos on his face, and it closed his eyes, and he had tattoos on his eyelids. The guy was fucking a loser, but he was all spun out, and he called himself Soldier. And so, like, I had to deal with that guy. Like, one time when I was there, he, like, tried to come over and get all buddy-buddy with me, and I told him to fuck off. I wasn't even a white dude. Like, I ran with the skins, like, you need to go away, like, I'm native, you know, get the fuck out of here. I don't fucking care, you look stupid. I didn't say that, but I said, get out of here, I don't want no part of your shit. And he took it as disrespect, and next thing you know, I've got, like, the Indian shot caller coming over talking to me, trying to figure out what happened. And then I told him the dude just came in and sat himself down on my rack, started chatting with me, trying to fucking... I don't know what he was trying to do. Whatever he was trying to do, it wasn't working. Like, I took one look at the guy, and, like, I was just like, dude, this guy is fucking... I mean, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I understand some tribal shit on your face. I've got friends who have tattoos on their face. Nothing. I'm not knocking that. But when you got the shit that he had written on his face, like Soldier written in here, and swastikas and shit, and fucking all kinds of horns, and all kinds of dumb shit, and eyes on the back of his head, and... the weird iron crosses when he closed his eyes. Fuck, dude. The guy just looked... Anyway, and he was spun. He was a tweaker, dude. You could just... snorting Wellbutrins. Like, I found out later down the road. This is when I first got there. Yeah, he was snorting Wellbutrin. Matter of fact, it's the only time I ever fucking got any kind of medication prescribed to me was when I got those Wellbutrin. And I was straight selling them right to that stupid motherfucker. Oh, God, I didn't ever take one of them. Those cops are dumb. I cheeked every single one, and I sold every single one. Fucking be surprised. Those tweakers like those Wellbutrins. They fucking chop them up and snort them. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah, San Quentin. All right, so Avenal was, like, really, like, non-eventful. San Quentin, however, was a little more intense. Like, when I first got there, dude, I pulled in just, like, the same yard, the same place that they did on fucking Blood In, Blood Out. I recognized it. I was like, holy shit, I've been there. And I was watching him go in. I was watching him get on the fucking West Block. I was West Block, Bayside, Tier 5, dude. I was way up at the top, dude. And, yeah, man, it just tripped me out because I look back and I'm like, how the fuck did I end up in San Quentin? And in case you're wondering what I did, dude, I simply got caught with some weed. I wasn't selling it. It was my weed. And, yeah. Yep, that was that. I'm no longer a felon, though. Arnold, I petitioned to Arnold for a pardon, and he issued me a pardon and wiped my record clean. The governor, yeah. Anyway, and that's legit. I wrote to him and he wiped my shit clean. Uh, I have the letter somewhere. Not here. It's fuck. I don't even know where it is now that I really think about it. It might be on my boat. Which is on the other side of the coast. I'm gonna probably just give it to my buddy. He's been working with me on it, and I don't really have an interest in that big ass thing, man. It's just I do have an interest in it, but not anyway. San Quentin. I get distracted, you know. Man, that was a crazy motherfucker. I went in there into the reception, you know, into intake, receiving and release. It was R&R. And went into the cell with a whole busload of motherfuckers, at least 70 or 80 of us. And there was more people coming in, too, from all over the state. It was fucking hectic. There must have been 200 people processed that day. And we got there at spent the night at Tracy. Over in Tracy, DVI, Dual Vocational Institute. That's right. I spent the night there because I was in Humboldt County. And Humboldt County, their reception is San Quentin versus Siskiyou County's reception is Susanville, or High Desert. High Desert, not Susanville, but High Desert. For those who are probably like, it ain't Susanville, motherfucker, that's fire camp. All right, yeah. High Desert State Prison versus Susanville State Prison. I don't know what it is. Susanville is Susanville. They're right across the street from each other, though. I know that. So anyways, I was in Humboldt County, and did they drive me to DVI? No, that's right. I stopped in DVI when I was going to Avenal. That's right. Humboldt County packed my ass into a van at fucking 5 o'clock. Or wasn't a van like Siskiyou. Now that I'm remembering, a big ass bus, straight prison bus, pulled in, and the men in black got out. That's right there in the bottom part of Humboldt County Jail. And men in black got out. And they fucking told us, you don't fucking talk, you don't fucking do shit, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do fucking shit. Fucking get on the bus. We did. It was a long ride to San Quentin, dude. 5-6 hours. Got there around 1 o'clock. You know, we got a bag lunch and shit, dude. And I got to watch all the redwoods and stuff go by, and just, it's a real fucked up feeling. It was a parole violation, by the way. You know, the original thing I'd already satisfied, but I was on parole, and I ran off with my wife. My ex-wife now, obviously, but I ran off with my wife to Maryland for a couple years, and then we moved back to Humboldt County. And either one of her friends called the cops, her mother or her father called the cops because they didn't like me. Or more likely, I hate to say it and it sounds gross, is her step brother is probably the one, because she ended up fucking running off with him when I was in San Quentin. And, which, you know, is fucked up. Yeah, I know. But she's actually since gotten a hold of me and apologized for it, and yada, yada, yada. And of course, he's fucking gone, divorced. I wouldn't have left her. I was in love with that woman. I would have done, as a matter of fact, I did do a bunch of shit that I don't normally do for her. But yeah, one of those people called the cops, and I was out. I remembered I had made these awesome meatballs, man. Giant meatballs and marinara sauce and butter noodles for dinner from my stepdaughter and Sarah. And after dinner, I went out to smoke a cigarette. Some guy walked by and said my name. And I kind of looked at him funny because, like, I don't go by Mike. I'm Shasta, And so I kind of looked at him funny, and I was like, maybe, why? And he's like, oh, CDC, parole, fucking blah, 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 blah. And next thing you know, I'm arrested. So anyways, fast forward back to San Quentin. So when I came into that place, it was kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I mean, I don't care who you are, unless you've been there before and you've got a bunch of people or whatever. Going to prison's fucking scary. And if you're not scared to go to prison, then you're probably one of those people that I met that really enjoyed prison. I could tell there was people that would spend the rest of their lives in and out of the joint, more time in than out, because it's what they knew. They'd come there and all their friends are there, all their family members are there, and they're just at their fucking home. They get commissary, they get free room and board. I mean, I guess I guess that's just the way it goes, right? But I uh, I wasn't very pleased to be there, and they put me on fucking fifth tier in West Block Bayside. So at least I got to watch the setting sun. I got to see the ferries go by, and I got to look at the bay. That really helped actually with the fact that I could look at San Francisco Bay, um, a little part of it, and see the ferries and shit go by, and see the boats and sailboats. Kind of kept me in a positive mood. That, and there was like birds and shit that flew around, and that was kind of cool. But yeah, and so then after that, they sent me down to the um, H unit, is what it was called, and it was the ranch, aka the ranch, a level 1 yard. I was assigned to the kitchens, and I made food for the whole entire fucking prison. I got up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I worked until like 10 o'clock, and I didn't get paid. Fuck. Slave labor, motherfuckers. I did that for my good time. Um, yeah, man. And then when I got out of there, dude, it was very interesting. Like I remember doing sweats down there on the ranch with a bunch of different tribes from California. Um, at first, they were like, "We're gonna cook the white boy out of the fucking out of the lodge." I'm pretty good with my sweat, so I took it. They were impressed. Got to smoke tobacco. That was cool. No one else did. We got to smoke cigarettes. We got to smoke tobacco. And we also got to order like Jack in the Box and Burger King and other shit like that. Like, for some reason, it was just, I guess it supported our, what do you call it? Um, it supported our like tribe. It supported like what we did in the prison. So like everybody else could like order stuff too, but they ordered it for like double the cost, and we got free shit. It was cool. I ain't gonna lie, it was cool. One second. But anyway, yeah. God, it was like a junior high school reunion, but everybody was retarded. And prison. I saw a dude get thrown off the tier below me. Me, my celly. Pretty cool kid, actually. They called him Speedy. He was a native cat. What was he? I think it was Pomo. He was my celly. We were just kind of chilling at the, looking over the bars, looking down. Down 5 freaking tiers down. And the fucking northern Mexicans, dude, grabbed one of their own and threw him off the tier, dude. Like 1 tier below us. Like I saw the guy go off, and like I saw his face looking up while he was screaming. And when he hit the ground, like this wet smacking sound, man, it was pretty intense. And saw a couple dudes get stabbed out there on the yard. Mainly Norteños, believe it or not. I saw like the white guys get into it with a couple white guys here and there, but most of the violence I saw that was there was the Norteños. And the word had it is the guy that got thrown off the tier had a big drug debt, and they'll kill you for that shit, dude. They're serious about their image. And the white boy that fucking got beat up also had a drug debt that someone wasn't happy about him not paying off. I'm just looking. A dog. Gwen, where you going? Hey, get over here. Come here. Come on. Dude. Let's roll. Come on. Biatch. Dog. Anyway, I'm done. I just figured I'd ramble on about like some of my experiences in prison there. Oh. The craziest thing I did see in prison. All right, let's go to there. Besides the tier guy and everything, like the craziest thing I saw was one of those dudes in the gay car. All right, and you've probably heard this on Urban Legends or whatever, dude, but this is no fucking joke. I watched it happen. Like, it's burned into my mind. One of the guys in the gay car had golden gloves tattooed on his fucking back. Like a set of golden gloves right here. And because you could walk around with that shirt on the yard, And I didn't know what the fuck it meant. Like, I'm not a boxer. I'm not a sports guy. So, like, I thought it was just a tattoo, you know. Now I know what it means. It means, you know, he fucking boxed and shit, you know. And his name was Joe. That was his name. He's pretty fucking cool because he came over and hung out next to my neighbor. Remember I told you my neighbor was a gay dude? Joe always came over there and they played fucking checkers and cards and shit all the time on their bunk. Joe was mellow, smart guy. Anyway, Joe was out there and some guy walked up to him, a big dude too, like big dude, walked up to him and pushed him and said, "You fucking faggot!" And Joe just, wow, dude, this right cross. The dude hit the ground, dude, with his mouth open, snoring. The yard went, everybody went down and everybody saw it. That's the fucked up thing. Shit, one of my subscribers may have been there. What was it, 2006? I don't remember the month. It was summertime. August, September, November-ish. One of those 3 months. 2006. Yeah. 2006. Dude fell down snoring. While the yard was going down, Joe shrugged his fucking pullover pants, you know, fucking shrugged the leg of his shit off, dude. Had his fucking cock and balls in his hand, dude. Like, dunked down and teabagged the dude with the shaft and the fucking teabag, bro. Like, lunk. Got up and pointed and said, "Now you're a fag too." Fucking cops tackled him, fucking pepper sprayed him. And he stayed on the yard. He stayed on the yard. That dude, the big old dude with swastikas and shit all over him, rolled it up because they were gonna. His own people. What? Look here. His own people would have beat the life out of him for having that dude do that to him, and so he had to roll it up and PC it up, dude. So yeah, the craziest thing I ever saw was a dude who fucking dunked his cock and balls into another dude's mouth for calling him a faggot, and then turned him into basically a faggot on the yard. Like, excuse my PC tone. I apologize for anybody that's offended. I'm not trying to be, you know, despairing to anybody. Obviously, I have friends who are gay. You know this. Don't bug me. I ain't fucking you, so I don't care what you do and who you fuck. So please don't take offense to. I'm old school. I'm kind of crude. You know, you just kind of have to get used to it, not get butt hurt. And if you got butt hurt, well, there's nothing I can tell you, man. I'm sorry. It's not meant to be disrespectful to anybody in general. So if you're butt hurt, then you're probably retarded, and there's nothing I can do about that. Anyways, for the rest of you guys, be safe out there. Love each other. And remember, there are retards out there.